most people seem to use Windows, and I've been using Windows for many years, but it was about time I moved across to Linux. I tried it every now and again. Ubuntu, different variants of Ubuntu, Linux Mint. I've tried various different types of distro, but none of them really stuck. I always went back to Windows because gaming was very good on Linux, and it's decent on Windows. It works pretty well. But there's the things that kind of bug you, the massive updates that sometimes break your system. You get forced to go through screens to try to push you the Office and now the Copilot, which is the AI. And I don't really want all that. I don't mind the Windows, the Office software is very good. I like that. Copilot, I'm not a fan of. I prefer to use the other ones, but I'd rather have a choice than to be shoved it down my throat. And then, of course, you have to sign in with a Microsoft account. I don't like that, although it's okay. But Linux is so much better now. It's just getting better and better every day. So why would I stick to it? And I haven't. I've moved across now. I'm on CashOS now, and what I have now is just a couple of different websites with examples of good ones to go to. I personally use CashOS, and I've been using this for probably solid. I don't know. Maybe it's 4-5 months, something like that, maybe more. It's very good. It's optimized for your CPU. You've got different versions for different processors, so it just means that it runs really well on your machine rather than just a generic download for everything. It's based on Arch Linux, and Arch Linux is very nerdy. You can change everything, but it's also complicated. I've never used it personally, but I hear it's very complicated. Maybe I'll try it one day. I just haven't tried it myself. SteamOS apparently uses Linux, Arch Linux under the hood, which is great because I do like CashOS and Arch Linux. I think those three there are kind of systems I think are pretty good. There's Ubuntu, the Ubuntu programs, which I've been using for a long time, and I've liked them. I like the Ubuntu server, also very good, being very reliable. I've used that for servers, Plex server, Navidroma music server, various things. It's very, very trusting. You can trust it, and it's pretty rock solid. And even now, I would probably go to that. But because I'm kind of now into the CashOS, if I was going to have a server, I'd probably have CashOS without the desktop screen if I was going to have a server. Just my opinion. Linux Mint is a very popular one. I've tried it before in the past, and apparently it's getting better. But again, CashOS is the one I go for. But you can always try these; they're all free. You can just install and do what you like. There's Fedora, which is another group of systems. Fedora does Bazite as well, or Bazite. Fedora is meant to be quite good. Never tried that myself. Maybe I'll love that. I will soon find out. Maybe one day I'll try it with Bazite or Bazite. It looks really nice. I did install it. Optimized for gaming. Not quite as tweaky and nerdy as CashOS. A bit more simple, less likely to break. I might put it on my other machine. I've got another simple machine. I might put it on there just for testing. And if you're going to make any of these operating systems on a system, you're going to need to put them on disk. If you've got a Windows or a USB disk, a USB bootloader, you're going to need something like Rufus. So you can download Rufus and then download the image you want, and Rufus will put it to a USB stick for you. So when you boot up, you can install it. The other one, on my system, like on CashOS, I use KDE ISO Image Writer. So I install that, and that's what I use on my system. So these are the operating systems that I think is a good place to go to. CashUS being my favourite if you're going to do gaming. And then probably on second to that would be Bazzite. If you want a proper operating system, I'd go for CashEOS or maybe Fedora. That's something I just haven't tried. So I'm a CashEOS guy now. I'm going to stick with this for some time, I think. But let me know what you personally like. I'm kind of sticking with a good old Cashy for now. I'm going to put a few videos up, and hopefully this is of use to someone. Thank you. Bye bye.